Sports presents.
SIZZLE, we got to stop meeting like this, man. I'm just staring at your picture. And what type of picture is this, man? It looked like you was a little mad that somebody did something to your Cheerios.
Man, sometimes when your cereal is missing, you just get angry. It's an angry cereal look.
Yeah, that's the angry cereal. That's why I picked that picture. I said, that's the picture I want for SIZZLE right there.
That's right. That's how you end up in these streets becoming a serial killer because somebody moved your cereal.
Wow, that was good. You're quick today.
Oh, I'm not quick enough because I wasn't quick enough to know that we're getting ready to go into talking about the Bulls. But before we get into that, you know what it is. You know who it is. It's the SIZZLE here on Iron Skillet Radio, Iron Skillet Television. I'm SIZZLE. He's SIZZLE.
Yes, sir.
I'm on the road. He's in the building.
I
We
am.
are doing some things, baby. We're out here in these streets trying to make moves, trying to bring some holiday cheer to everybody. Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas, mother suckers.
Wow, I thought you was hollering out the window there for a second. Wow, Santa, is it like that?
Yeah. Santa's got gangster.
Santa
We're
with
doing
gangster.
gift buys now.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
Santa
goodness.
just rolls by and throws your gift out the window.
Well, we're going to see if the Bulls had a gift here with the number 4 pick, Mr. Williams. I believe they're going to start him tonight from what I'm understanding. They should start him. They need to sit Otto Porter, one of them guys down, let the young guy go out there and eat. What you thinking, SIZZLE?
Well, after watching him in the preseason, at the beginning when we talked about it, I wasn't a big fan because I had no idea who this man was.
Yeah, me either.
I was
I was the same way.
I don't know who this child is. He is a child. He is younger than my sons. But once I watched him in the preseason, once I did my homework on the man, I said, maybe I'm missing something here. And what I'm missing is he might be the new starting small forward, could slide over to the power forward, could shoot sometimes into that off guard position, and can bring the ball up the court like a lead guard. May have something here, Jay. What you think?
Well, he's smooth, man. That's what I like about him. His jumper's smooth. He looks smooth. He looks not phased at all being the number 4 pick. You see some of these guys try to play to live up to their pick status. There's a guy who's just out there playing. Like I said, I didn't know a whole bunch about him because I had no idea the Bulls were going to pick him. But be it as it may, maybe they know more than I do. That's why they're sitting there making the big bucks, and I'm sitting here. So we're going to see. However, if this don't work out, I'm coming for the Bulls GM job.
I think this is going to be a nice change of pace. The one thing I like about what I've seen in the preseason so far is that you've got Zach back to Zach form. Zach still putting up numbers. He still gives you buckets. But Zach is doing something we have not seen since he's been in a Bulls uniform.
What's that?
And that is a competent defender.
Yeah.
Zach is now D'ing up boys, getting in your grill, getting all in your space, putting hands on that ball, putting in some work.
Yeah, and the Bulls going to have to be a really good defensive team this year to compete, try to get in that 7th, 8th slot in the East. Maybe better if they play better. They're playing against a really good ball club today. They're going to have to run them off the 3-point line in the Atlanta Hawks. You got Tre Young, number 4 overall league scorer. This guy's going to let it fly. And they put in Bogdanović and Gallinari is on this ball club right now, too. So you're looking at 2 other guys who going to let it fly from the 3-point arc. So the Bulls definitely are in a position today that they got to play defense. They got to run guys off that 3-point line. And if they do that, we can see the Bulls come out victorious.
Yeah, you still got John Collins. You've still got Clint Capella. You've got some strength right there in that front court. So you've got to handle your business in the back court and do everything that you can do to get the victory today, because it's not going to be easy with Tre Young out there. It's just not going to be easy. Guards have to be on their jumper. And why are we talking about jumpers?
Yeah.
Have you seen improvement now from Kobe White? Are you convinced that he can be your point guard for a championship caliber team?
Now, can he be your point guard? Can he be your point guard for your championship caliber team? I don't know. He ain't proved that yet. He's got to be a better ball distributor. He's still looking to score first, I think. He's a guy he's got to make these guys better. Now he's got 2 offensive weapons out there with him now, Zach LaVine and Mr. Williams. Two guys who look like Williams looked like he might be a guy who could fill it up. He scored 19 points the other night. So we got to get Kobe White's got to get those guys going. If he can get those guys going and then take his chances when he wants to and breaks down a defense to take easy scores when he can get them, now that's what we're talking about. Maybe Kobe White can be the Bulls' answer to the point guard position. I'm not sure if he's their answer to the point guard position yet, but we're going to find out. But we'll find out, though. But one thing I'm liking about this coaching staff right now, this Billy Donovan-led coaching staff, that they're actually out there and going to play these guys early. I like the mere fact that you're hearing the rumors that Patrick Williams is going to start tonight. That's super important. I don't want this guy sitting on the bench 7, 8, 9, 10 games, and then you roll him out there. Just the time to put him out there, let him go play, let him go eat, and let's see if the young Bulls can go out here with a spark of the young fourth-round draft pick that they could possibly do some good in the East, because we know right now that the East is still open, that there's still a couple of teams in here that could push up in the playoffs. And Bulls, you never know, if they come together and congeal, they might be a team who could contend in the East, 4th, 5th, or 6th, somewhere around there. You just never know. But I'm glad to see the Bulls doing what they're doing.
On yesterday's show, we talked about people getting ready to eat, people getting full, getting a little hungry, people who are really putting in that work. And as I'm watching this team, I'm watching a team get better. I'm not sure, actually, Jay, what I see with Wendell Carter. I see them trying to expand his role.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. I'm interested in what Billy Donovan is doing with Lauri Markkanen, putting him at that 5, letting him take those defenders off the dribble, letting him drive the lane. His three-point shot hasn't been falling as consistently as it has been in the past, but is this a good move? Is this something that you're going to look forward to seeing moving down the season, that Lauri can be a capable center in the league?
Well, Lauri's not playing center, even though they got him playing the 5. Lauri is going to drag their 5 out to the three-point line, and he's going to be able to break. Lauri is quick, and he's going to be able to break a guy down and take him off the dribble. So we're seeing a change from Billy Donovan that's saying, look, let me play to my player's strengths. Let me stop making him what he can't be, and let me make him something. Now he might be a problem if he's playing the 5, and now your 5 gets dragged outside. If your 5 doesn't come out there with him, he's going to shoot that jumper. And Lauri Markkanen has shown that if he's open, he can hit jump shots. Now, if the 5 does step out there with him, Lauri Markkanen has shown that he can go past slower defenders and get to the rack, especially with his long frame. So this might be a situation, this might be something that Lauri Markkanen might possibly thrive in. We know his contract is up, and if he doesn't thrive, it's very possible he doesn't get re-signed with the Bulls. So we'll wait to see what's going on. I think this is a make-or-break time of period for the Bulls. They're going to probably give him the first 15 games, see what he's going to do. If that's not what's going to happen, you might see a diminished role for Lauri Markkanen.
What do you do with Wendell Carter in this position? How do you work him into the system? Is he rotational, or is he your starter that you just stick in there and then just wait to see if he'll do something offensively, but just leave him in there as a defensive stalwart?
Well, the thing about it is the best 5 are going to play. I think Billy Donovan is going to work that out. I think we do with Wendell Carter Jr. We've seen flashes of him on the offensive side. But he's got, again, it's the same thing. You got to put him in the right position to thrive in. If a guy's not a drop step type of guy, then you got to put him up on the elbow. Find out where he works well, put him there, and then let him go to work. So we're going to see a lot of this had to do too with Kobe White. Kobe White has to drive this offense, move these guys around where they're supposed to be, find the favorable matchups up in these, especially if you got teams switching, especially on Bulls, if they're going to be shooting these outside jump shots. You're going to see a lot of switching going on. And Kobe White's got to find a big man inside on a switch and let him go eat.
I'm wondering if he has that ability, as you said earlier. I mean, I know he can score. I know you look at him as instant offense. I look at him as a bigger Ben Gordon, but I don't know.
Oh, I wish he was Ben Gordon.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. But as just a scorer, it's just a pure somebody who can come out there and put in work. Kobe has shown you that he give you work. And he's shown you that he has the ability to go in there and play at least the 2 guard position.
Yeah, but
So how?
the two guard position's crowded right now.
Yeah,
So if he's, you got to leave him at the point. If he's going to play point, leave him there. Leave him there. And let him start, let him make his mistakes, let him throw the ball out of bounds, let him do all that stuff because he's got to get comfortable there because if you bring in Satoransky at the point, that's not the winning option for you right now. The Bulls got to get out of these doldrums. They got to get good quick, or again, the Bulls are just going to be sitting at a 500 ball club. We're going to hope and vying for an 8th seed again.
What's crazy is now we found out what the GM's position was with the president of basketball operations. Now we see why they didn't take a point guard. They are actually working, and to your point, Jay, they're going to let Kobe come in and do Kobe.
Yeah.
See if he can, if he can sink or swim, if he can make this position. Because if not, that's the only way you're going to see what you have in this prospect.
Yep.
You're right. You can't keep hiding them. You can't keep trying to make it so, hey, you got Sato coming in. I think these boys, as young as they are, I'm on the Thibodeau plan. I think they should be playing at least 35 minutes a game.
I'll play them high minutes, man. Get them out there. Let's go. This is a shortened season. Those 10 games are going to make a huge difference. This season's going to clip by in a hurry. So all these wins, you just can't be giving losses away early. You got to win these ball games early. You got to go on streaks. You can't go on these 5, 6, 7 game losing streaks like the Bulls are capable of doing. If you do that, you're going to play yourself right out of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a weird situation. Let's talk for a second. Now, and I know how I feel about Denzel Valentine.
Denzel Valentine.
Yes.
Why is he still there? Why? I don't know.
But I'm not saying it with the same vigor that I used to say.
Hold on now. Have we got salty in the Denzel Valentine relationship? Is the relationship going a little sour now? Huh?
It's like, when you have a chick and it at the beginning and you saw so much potential in her, but then every time you guys went out, she had an allergic reaction to seafood and she threw up all over your front seat.
Wow.
That's how I feel about
it. Hey, G says, I lost your mic a little bit right there, so I'm going to let you see if you can get that. If you can get your mic back working again. I can hear you, but I can't. And but yeah, it's just one of those things. Like you said, you don't want the girl throwing up on you, especially on a new suit. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Here you go. You're back now.
Because this is all new again, right? Let's back up a little bit. But he's doing it on purpose.
Who's that on the show? I love when guys just jump in on the show sometimes. That's just fantastic.
Yeah, when they just come in for no reason, you're just like, what the hell was that, and why did they do that?
When you're out in the SIZZLE mobile, anything could possibly happen. I just want to let you know. SIZZLE, where you headed to, man?
Oh, it can happen. It's the SIZZLE mobile. Anything can happen in the SIZZLE mobile. I'm just telling you, it can happen, and things happen like that all the time. So
where you headed? Where you headed to,
SIZZLE? Get all flustered, like, oh my God, I mean, SIZZLE. No, it just happens in the SIZZLE mobile. But let's go back to my man. Let's go back and let's talk about Denzel.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about Denzel. You know that I got a thing for Denzel because Denzel is my guy. I love Denzel. Denzel is the guy because Denzel could put in that work. And I believe in Denzel. I believe in him putting in the work. I do. But I read an article. Okay? And this is what the article said, Jay. It said Denzel has an uncanny ability.
Well,
one of the greatest assets he has as a player to be continually injured. It is amazing how he can be injured as much as he is injured. Jay, I don't know, but I feel it's almost time for me to get off the Denzel train.
Oh, no. I can't believe that.
I'm not doing something right to help Denzel get through this.
I don't, like I said, Denzel Valentine must be an amazing practice player. I mean, he must be lights out in practice because I have not yet seen any reason why Denzel Washington keeps signing new deals every year. It's just amazing because I don't see it on the court. And maybe because he's injured. I mean, I know a lot of guys who've been oft injured. Not your fault if you get injured out there, and your team wants to continue to pay you, the team continue to pay you. But at some point in time, we keep putting money in the bank, but we have not been able to make a withdrawal on the check we have written for Denzel Valentine. It's about that time.
Yeah, well, I heard you earlier, and let me tell you this. If Denzel Washington signs Denzel Valentine, then we got a thing going. I believe if we got Denzel Washington and Denzel Valentine, the Bulls have an amazing thing.
Oh, well,
but
we'll take it. We'll take everybody.
Yeah, I will say this. I don't know if this is going to ride with Billy Donovan. I don't know if this Denzel train is going to keep going. And there are a lot of people like that. Thaddeus Young, you got some guys on this team where, yeah, that injury thing may not work because people are coming for your spots. So I don't know if I can keep riding this Denzel Valentine thing and being happy. I don't know where I am with it, but I know one thing. I know Denzel, he needs to get his butt on the court.
Yeah, something. Because every year it's the same thing with Denzel Valentine, and now you're starting to see, you still used to be him being on the team, and you're so used to him wearing a suit sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he may make it to a good coach. He might be a hell of a coach someday, like his brother at Loyola. But, yeah. No, I don't see where this – and I don't see – Denzel doesn't give me that same feel that I had when I saw Patrick Williams. The first time I saw Pat Williams in a Bulls uniform, I realized that was a grown man. I mean, you just called him Mr. Williams. We have just given him a title of Mr. Williams. Right. I didn't even know he was Mr. Williams. I called him that little boy with all that hair. He was just a little boy with all that hair. Yeah. Now he's a grown man doing grown man things.
He'll pat you on top of your head. You know that.
Well, yeah, okay. That's not even holy. That's not even right. You can't just be patting a grown man on top of his head.
He's a hater, little guy.
Oh, how dare he? How dare he?
You want my autograph?
No, I don't want your freaking autograph, sir. I don't even know who you are. But I think people are going to know his name. I think he's going to be all over the court. And I think that he's going to do well as that rotational. He is truly, and if he gets a three-pointer, he could truly be a 3-and-D guy. He could be. Now, I know this is going to sound just ridiculous, but bear with me. He could be your new age version of Kawhi Leonard.
No, you just went too far. You just always take it too far. Just always, you get right there and you just jump off the edge. He can't be mentioned in that breath at all. When he goes in there and drops 40 a few nights in a row, and he's the most dominant player on both squads, 3-4 nights in a row, then we'll talk about those comparisons. Right now, we don't even know if he's going to start yet. So he's at that point. But we'll see, though.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Since we're there with Kawhi, let's talk about what happened last night. We had some games on the docket.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Kawhi and LeBron a little bit later. But let's get into the first game. Let's get into Brooklyn, Golden State. Most anticipated, you want to see Steph Curry back on the court. You want to see what's getting ready to happen with James Wiseman. You want to see these boys put in some work. You want to see if Kevin Durant is healed. You want to see if Kyrie Irving is good. And we got served a whole plate of nothing. It was a whole plate of nothing, Jay SIZZLE. It was the most ridiculousness I had seen in all the days of my seeing things at the beginning of a season. It was a preseason game. I have never seen such ridiculousness in all the days of my life.
I told you before, if Kevin Durant could somehow come back off that Achilles, Brooklyn is going to be a dangerous, dangerous ball club. Their second-tier players could be starting different places. They were talking about that last night. So you're looking at a team with Kyrie Irving, with Kevin Durant. If he can stay healthy, it's going to be nasty over there because they got a lot of help over there, a lot of help. Now you look at the Warriors, no Draymond Green, No Klay Thompson out for the year. You got Weissman actually played pretty well in there. I thought Weissman did a good job. But Stephen Curry is going to have to score 40 points tonight to even have a shot to let this team win some ball games. You might see this team again get stomped this year. You might see them go down again. I don't know where the help's coming from. We got to see if Nico Mannion can come out here and give them a uplift or something's going to happen. But they need scoring help right now, outside scoring help, and I don't see that coming with the Warriors right now. They need to figure out a way to get James Harden. I don't know how they were going to do it, but they need to figure that out. But they need a 1-2 punch over there, and definitely with that Klay Thompson, it gave them that outside game and that strong defense. But what it is right now with the Warriors is just bad. And right now you saw that they were just outmanned and outgunned at every position. And Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving could pull this out. Kevin Durant had 22 or something like that. Kyrie was 26 or something. You know, it's going to be a long day. They might just run through the East.
Yeah, last night was amazing. There were some things that I wasn't prepared for, maybe because I just thought they were going to do a better job. They were going to be stronger. They were going to have a better game. But when you look at it, Nets 125, Golden State 99. At some point, the largest lead in the game was 38 points.
Yeah.
So, and it was pushing close to a 40-point deficit.
And a lot of that you see is because Andrew Wiggins was nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? Kelly Oubre started off okay, but I think he was 3 for 14. Wiggins was 4 for 16. You got to come off better than that. I mean, they got to come and score 20, 22 points a night to give these Warriors a chance. This is their chance that they want it. Now they got it. They got to take it. And you just see a team like this, those guys, possibly because, Brooklyn's defense, but they weren't really known for defense, but they got a pretty good squad over there. I mean, that Brooklyn squad was not bad, and then they got really good when you got Kyrie and Kevin Durant on there at full tilt. So this is a team right now with the Warriors. They look like they might have had their last hurrah, and that's all it's going to be.
Yeah, you're looking at KD had 20, Kyrie Irving had 25, Steph had 20, but as you said, Kelly Oubre did absolutely no break. He was nothing. He had a nice dunk, but it was horrific. I forgot Wiggins was even on the team. That's how bad. It was actually just watching in the later end, you were watching how Karis LeVert was going to develop and how he's going to be a force in the league. I still, for some reason, I think he's Gerald LeVert's long-lost son, but that's a show for another day. I'm just saying right now, when you look at the Nets, you look at Jared Allen versus DeAndre Jordan. I mean, you've got two premier centers.
Yeah.
You've got a bench full of guys. I mean, you've got Spencer Dinwiddie there. You've got Joe Harris there. You've got guys now. You're stacked. And if I'm the GM for the Nets, I in no way, shape, form, or fashion try and make a move for anybody that's not going to come in and be a benefit to that team and will add to that core. So that means James Harden would never be on my watch list.
Absolutely not.
No, I cannot allow you, James, to come in here and destroy what we got going because we got a good thing going.
Yeah, I definitely think the Nets stay pat right now and make this work. I think if they insert, because you got two of the leaders up top and you got enough young guys who are willing to follow them. We found Kevin Durant when he's healthy. He could get it going. And we also know Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant is one of the biggest talkers in the NBA. And so he can get you going. So if he's healthy, you could actually see a team following behind Kevin Durant. I really believe this has to be a Kevin Durant-led ball club and not a Kyrie Irving-led ball club. We're going to see going into these next few games which way that goes. But Kevin Durant, I think, has to set the tone as long as he's healthy.
So let me ask you, Jay. I didn't know it, but maybe I just wasn't told. I didn't get the memo. So is there some beef with KD and Charles Barkley? Because it got kind of awkward, kind of quick on the post show.
They go back and forth a little bit. I think Barkley has said a few things about Barkley was really on Kevin Durant when he went to the Warriors. And I really think he thought that was a ring grab for him going to the Warriors. And I think from that point on that they've been going back and forth. Now KD can look at Charles Barkley, and he could hold up some rings and show those off. And he could also show off that he's a better offensive player than Charles Barkley was. So Barkley barks a little bit, but Kevin Durant is the type of guy who could tell Barkley, why don't you go over there and sit down, and you want to hold on to one of my rings, you can do that.
Wow. That is just, you just told him to go and hold your ring?
Go hold my ring.
Did you tell him just to kiss the ring? That's what you told him to do?
Go hold it. Don't even put it on. Just hold it. Because you got close, but it didn't happen. I went and got me a ring.
Okay, so let me ask you this, bro. The conversation came up last night.
Yeah.
And Shaq and Kenny, they have their thing. They got their rings.
Why won't Kenny go get his knees fixed? Why won't he do that?
And he may not have any money anymore, man, after that divorce settlement.
Come on, man. Yeah, you got to have some coins. Insurance, something. Won't TNT pay for it or something, man? He looks like an X. His knees just be going out at the bottom like he's a tripod. He got to get them fixed, man. Come on, Kenny, get your knees fixed.
All right, so look. All right, so you had two kings there. You got a third king. So you had Shaq and Kenny taking big shots at Charles.
Yeah.
And Shaq gave some things to think about. If you're really great when you got in the ring, and all these good things. But the reality is, as you said, Kevin Durant is an unprecedented phenom in the league. I don't know if he'll ever be received as that.
Talent.
I don't know if he will ever get the props in history or from his peers, but from the NBA community as a whole.
I hope they give him. He is a Durantula. You want to get the business done to you, Kevin Durant will give you the business. If that Achilles holds up for him, Kevin Durant's gonna be a monster over here. He's got help. I mean, he doesn't have to play a lot of minutes. He can just be on offense, and he's one of the better defenders in the league too. People don't give Kevin Durant a lot of due for him playing defense. Kevin Durant is that guy, and he was a better player than Charles Barkley. There's no doubt about that.
Well, let me say this. I've never said it from the SIZZLE part of the Sizzle, but KD, let me give you a shout out, bro. That I'm a believer now. I'm a believer. I saw what you did in OKC. I saw you a little frustrated. I saw what you were doing with Golden State. You were killing them. In fact, you did it so well that I really ended up disliking Golden State.
But you know the issue.
It was unfair.
But you know what the issue was with Golden State? It was never Kevin Durant's team. And Draymond Green let him know that. Like, dude, we don't need you. We was winning these before you. So don't come up here like you big talk. See the little short, little light-skinned guy over there with the hazel eyes? He the truth. He more truth than you. You know what I'm saying? He's more truth than you. And I think he never felt at home. And I'm surprised Golden State did not get rid of Draymond Green.
I am too. If you ask me, out of the two, which one am I kicking loose?
Yeah.
I'm kicking loose Draymond.
I'd have done. If I would have to Kevin. Said, Kevin, you gonna sign long term? I'm bumping Kevin. I'm bumping Draymond Green up out of here. And they didn't do that. They held on to Draymond. Then he got injured. I think that would have happened had he not got injured. Had he not got injured, I think you saw Draymond Green gone. But once he got injured, it was like, okay, hasta la vista. We don't think you're gonna make a comeback. And we're still only talking one game in. He still might not make the comeback. He might be going down at any point in time. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. We don't know. I do know this, though. If they had played extended minutes, because they didn't even play half of the second half, had they made extended minutes, you probably would have been looking at Kevin Durant, who put up 40 points last night, and maybe close to 50 for Kyrie.
Yeah.
It was that bad. It was that bad.
Yeah, but the thing too is like, okay, I mean, you saw the Warriors were depleted. Wasn't nothing going to happen. At some point in time, you got to get your run in. But like, okay, so you go up 40 against a Klay Thompson-less Warriors team. What do you prove?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna ask you like you asked me about Akeem Hicks. Is Klay Thompson that integral and important to what the Warriors do to even win games in the league?
I'm gonna answer that with a question. Would the Bulls win a championship without Scottie Pippen?
I don't know because they never won a championship without Mike or Pip.
No, I'm saying
they would have.
I'm saying
I don't believe so.
If you didn't have Scottie Pippen, it's very possible Michael Jordan might not win a championship. We saw what's happened before Scottie Pippen got there, that Michael Jordan was one of the best players in the league by far, and he could not get the Bulls over the hump. You need that second guy, especially in this NBA, and Klay Thompson is that guy who goes out, not only does he do the dirty work, but you have to go out on the three-point line and guard him. If you don't, he could explode for that one time like he went for 37 in one quarter. Klay Thompson can explode on you. And then you have the Splash Brothers. Which one you want it from? You gonna double Steph? Okay. You gonna double Klay? Okay. One of them is going to get off, and that's what the biggest deal. Right now, you just don't have that out there. So yeah, Klay Thompson is integral to winning this type of a championship for the Warriors. And right now, the Warriors brass better do something. You better get somebody up there. I'd figure it out real quick, but I hate to say it. They need to give away the farm and try to get Harden up there or somebody up there. Because Steph Curry would not care about deferring to Harden. He wouldn't care about that. And that's what you need. You need a superstar to come in and another superstar who doesn't care about the limelight, who will just get him the ball and let him eat. Because right now, I think, and the way Harden is actually right now, there's a lot of teams out here right now, the top teams, that might not take a chance to bring in a Harden because he's going to disrupt your whole offense.
Yeah, he has that ability, but I would be confident that Steve Kerr would be able to corral him. So how do you go about fitting a James Harden into that grouping? Do you just let him take all the shots and just let him do his own thing?
Well, no, he's gonna get fed in the movement of the offense. You know, he will get the ball. They will set up stuff for him to run ISOs. The problem is that you won't have any. Here's the problem now. They don't really have much coming off the bench now. It looks like. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, if I give up, Wiggins, if I give up a couple other people to get Harden, well, they showed you the other night 4 for 16, 3 for 12 or whatever it was. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You got to do better than that. So this is the NBA. So
it's funny. It's kind of like Coach Belichick said early in the season when they asked about where the Patriots stand. And his thought was, for years we mortgaged the farm to make the runs we made. And when you look at Golden State at this point, they look like a team that has mortgaged the farm to make those runs and be better.
Well, they got snake bit 2 years in a row. I mean, had not Klay Thompson gone down last year during the playoffs, it's very possible that Golden State wins that series. So, and then now you look at him, he goes down again with the other leg. That's snake bit twice in a row. I mean, I don't care who you are. It's very hard to come back when your second best player goes down in 2 pivotal times during the year. He won't be back again till next year. So I don't know. Can the Warriors wait out another year, or if we see the Warriors go in the dump again, can they go down here and maybe get another top pick in there? You never know.
Yeah, it's real dicey. You don't know. But what I do know was last night I saw a virtual ring presentation. There was a moving tribute to the LA Lakers. And then after that, I saw Kawhi Leonard and his little buddy, Paul George, go in there and put some work in on the champs. Jay, is this an indicator of what's going to come for the season with the Lakers? Or did the Clippers just catch them when they were kind of sleeping in that.
Well, they caught them when they were sleeping with their pillows over their head. It's been a long year for them. You know what I'm saying? So they're not woke yet. They're not woke. It's like, oh, you beat us? Okay. Now, are they going to go on that 20-for-2 tear that they went on last year? Probably not. Probably not. There's other teams have put together teams now to try to beat them. You saw, the Clippers look pretty decent with Paul George playing well. Now, Paul George plays well. Now you see that the Clippers have a chance. But again, you're scared of even looking at the Clippers any kind of way they're actually going to do something because we saw them both go away in the fourth quarter when the Clippers needed them. So now you looked at a team in the Lakers who really, from the beginning, I don't really think they were into that ball game. I really don't think so. I think they were just happy to get their rings, do what they got to do, say hello to the kids, and that's about it. And whoever that is trying to come into the show, I'm telling you one more time, you must take a ticket to get into the show.
Yeah, I mean, they keep trying to get in, and nobody's letting them in, and I'm not going to let you in. You just can't come in here and do what you want to do and say what you want to say, because if you do, I'm gonna punch you in your face.
Wow.
Punch you in your face. Yeah. When it's gonna be a lot of face punching. See, there he keeps coming back, and I'm gonna punch him in his face. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. I'll punch you right in your face. I'll do it, because I'm a face puncher.
G SIZZLE, when you're out on patrol like that, you gotta turn the radio down.
Yeah, well, when you're out in these streets and you're trying to get some street stuff done, you're trying to get some stuff done in these streets. I'm keep trying to tell you, it's real in these streets, and nobody wants to hear it. It is like a rain nami out here. It's not a snow nami, it's a rain nami.
Is it raining? Is it crazy?
Man, look, let me tell you something. It's so much water out here, a fish just swam by and told me to get to safety. It's bad out here in these streets, bro. It is bad out here in these streets, but I travail on for the sizzle, son. For the sizzle. You don't know what I do when I do what I do for the sizzle. I do it.
You sound like the Clippers when they almost gave up that lead when it was tied up at 75 there. and they had to travail on because they was about to lose it again.
Oh, man, the Clippers are funny to me. They are funny. It's going to be funny, man. This is going to be a wild season, but I'm really happy that we got a chance to talk about the Bulls, because that is where I'm looking forward to tonight's game. We're going to get off here so we can watch this game and see what they're going to put in that work, because I want to see that work. I want to see Pat Williams getting that work. I just want to see a team, man. I just want them to go in there, man, and just go and put in some work, man. That's it. I just want to see some hard work. I just want to see some work.
Yeah.
I want Zach LaVine to do well, because I picked him up in almost all my fantasy squads. And big shout out to everybody who played fantasy football and who is playing fantasy basketball with us. The SIZZLE Fantasy Basketball Leagues are bumping. Thank you to everybody that signed on. It's going to be a really great season. And if we can keep, the Rockets as a team and keep them from out the strip club without their mask on, we might have a lot of great teams doing some things this year.
Hey, you can't go without the strip clubs. You know that. How dare you? How am I going to make it rain?
Yeah, well, I tell you what you can do. I just saw my girl B. Lynn is going live. So you can, instead of going to strip club, you can go live with B. Lynn. How about that?
Yeah, I'd go live with B. Lynn. We got to figure out get B. Lynn on the show. We
have
to figure that out. I think B. Lynn would come on the show too. She probably don't know a thing about sports. She just come on with that Alabama accent, and we got to figure that out.
Well, we can have her talk about the new team down there, the Alabama Hoopers.
The Hoopers?
Yeah, the Alabama Hoopers. It's a new strip club wing joint that serves iced tea.
Wow. That's all we need. A new strip club. How are these strip clubs working during COVID? I don't understand it.
I don't know how you strip through the pandemic.
Don't they have a people restriction or something? I thought these would all be lockdowns or something. How are they actually at the club serving hot wings and what have you at the strip club?
I'm trying to figure out how do you keep that mask on with all that work that you're doing. And I know how it feels sometimes when I walk outside and try and put some trash in the garbage can with the mask on. It's not great. So how are you twerking and working with a mask on?
You know, hey, when you got to get that money, you figure it out.
You know what? You know what? That is the best thing I've heard all day. When you got to get that money, you might do something funny.
You know, and the funny thing about that, look, I mean, they tell you don't go up at the club. I mean, the stuff the girls got could kill you anyway. But now you got the COVID on top of it. It's like, man, we just don't care about our life, do we?
Nope. They don't care about their lives. But I knew who cares about your life. The SIZZLE.
Yeah.
We care about your life. We care about you so much that we are here for you at all times. And so, Jay, before we get off the line, you got to give the people something hot.
Look, man, just because you take a multivitamin before you eat your donut in the morning, you're not living healthy. Stop it.
You are ridiculous, Jay SIZZLE. You are ridiculous.
Man, it's just the truth,
and you know what else is ridiculous, like Mitchell Trubisky. You are ridiculous, and it is ridiculous if you have not shared the SIZZLE as a gift, right? To your loved one, your friend, family. If you haven't gotten the gift of the SIZZLE, then you know what you are? You're a miser. Yes, you are. And you're a philanderer. You are everything bad about the world right now because you are holding this wonderful gift from the people.
Yeah.
They need it the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. People need this joy in their life. Look, man, it was a whole show where people kept trying to get in because they wanted joy in their life. And I kept telling them, you can't get in. You see how that felt? That was terrible. That was horrible. I shouldn't have said that to people, but I did because I did it for you so that you could have a wonderful show. I do it for the people.
All the time, G SIZZLE. You know, and definitely people hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, check us out. I'm still playing hurt. My throat is still jacked up. And, you know, I'm on my 4-pack of Camels today. That's how I sound, so it is what it is. But we're having a good time, man, always on the SIZZLE. We're going to have special things come up and trying to get one of my frat brothers out of the U of A down there to give us a call. Get him on next week, talk about this Final Four out of there. Big player out of the University of Arizona, even though they were the Desert Swarm way back in the day. Now they're the Desert, I don't know what, right now, because we got stomped a couple of weeks ago. So looking at big things. We're going to have some guys on, some guys who play in the league, and get them on. So we're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to talk to a lot of people. You know, we still got to talk to Coach Bo. We got to see what's going on with Maryville and the boys. You know, we got to check what's going on in the Ville. We got to check back in with Coach Blakely. We got to do a lot. So 2021 is going to be big things popping, little things dropping. 2020 is dropping off. We're getting ready to go into 2021. So you know what it is. You know who it is. It's the SIZZLE. Yo, baby, we're here on Iron Skillet Radio, Iron Skillet Television, and you can always find us at Iron Skillet Sports. That's on any social media network, any platform. You can find the SIZZLE. We are there for you because we care. We are the SIZZLE, and we are the hottest talk in the 219. I'm G SIZZLE. He's J SIZZLE. And hey, baby, we will see you on the other side.